Hello, property nomads. Hope you're well. If you are a driver in the UK, you will probably enjoy this piece of news as it's meant to benefit motorists. I use that term very loosely. Before we crack on with that, just to let you know, our friends at Progressive Property are running a 3-day multiple streams of property income event. It's at the offices in Peterborough, which is about an hour north of London, between Friday the 20th of October and Sunday the 22nd of October. It's completely free to attend. There's loads of property strategies to learn. Aaron and I have sat it multiple times. It's a fantastic networking event, and also loads of great content. It's good for getting started in property, but also if you are looking to network and sort of relearn certain things, this event is pretty much for everyone. The link to attend is in the description below, so please do go ahead. Attend. It's completely free and a lot incredible, I would say incredible value for money, but you're not paying anything for it, but it is incredible value nonetheless. The link is in the description below. Now, there's been a lot of issues with driving in and around the UK. Speed cameras, camera this, camera that, ultra low emission zones if you're in and around London. And the government have come out basically and said that they're going to start cracking down on these controversial motoring schemes like 15-minute cities and 20-mile-per-hour speed limits. There's many issues with this. Number one, 20-mile-per-hour speed limits, to the best of my knowledge, are proven not to slow drivers down. Now, I say this from a person that loves to drive. I love to drive. I love my car. I love being able to go from A to B. It's a lot better than using public transport in most occasions. And I say that as a public transport lover as well. A car can be a lot more reliable than getting the train because everyone's always on strike. 20-mile-per-hour speed limits are no bueno. They don't help people to slow down. And if you travel around at 20 miles per hour, two things. Number one, it's too slow. Number two, you have that awkward position between second gear and third gear. Third gear sounds like your car's just about to almost turn itself off because it's struggling. Second gear, the revs are too high, and that's probably not good for fuel consumption. So you're in a lose-lose situation if you're a motorist. Secondly, these 15-minute city ideas, basically, they are there to make sure that everything you need is within 15 minutes. Your schools, your convenience shops, your supermarkets, etc., etc. And the aim of that is to get people to stop using their car. Now, I agree, if you're an able person and you're maybe carrying a few extra pounds, it's probably good once in a while to get out there and have a bit of a walk, get a bit of fresh air, etc., etc. So I understand that. But we have to look at why these 15-minute city ideas have come into place in the first place. And it's all part of this eco-warrior thing about, you loan nothing and be happy. We need less energy consumption. We need less of this. We need less of that. We need more people to die, blah, 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 blah. Therefore, 15-minute cities, that's what we're aspiring to. We're aspiring to this, eco-driven agenda, all in the, there's probably some climate change mumbo jumbo in there as well, or climate emergency. I must put more urgency into my voice. So you got all of that nonsense that's coming into play. And we're seeing that when it comes to council decisions. We're seeing that when it comes to government decisions as well. People are looking at more at the eco side of it. And it's all BS. At some point, the people are going to realize it's just a big bunch of BS, and people are going to rise up against that. Okay. And that's what is going to happen moving forward. And this is what this article goes through. There's a 20-mile-per-hour speed limit now in Wales, and that is absolute horse crap. It's not slowing people down. The government sound like they are they're backing drivers, that they're supporting the motorists, and that they want to give the motorists their freedom. This is the same government that's taken away a big bunch of our other freedoms over the last 5 or 6 years with various policies as well. So I try and be as apolitical as possible. Every party is as bad as the next one. There's no clear There's no clear winner there. It's not very good at all. Mark Harper, the guy that's introduced this, basically said there's, and I quote, "Now there's nothing wrong with making sure people can walk or cycle to the shops or school. That's traditional town planning. But what is different, what is sinister, and what we shouldn't tolerate is the idea that local councils can decide how often you go to the shops and that they ration who uses the roads and when, and they police it all with CCTV." End quote. So in a nutshell, the government is going back on local councils saying, look, stop your money making schemes. It's not acceptable. You're putting a lot of people off and you're going to turn people against you in due course. And I personally couldn't agree more with that. When it comes to ultra low emission zone in London, when it comes to all these green zones in other cities, low emission zones, speed limits, etc., bus lane fines, parking fines, whatever it is, it's basically councils who are inefficient at managing their own finances, screw the taxpayer over by not managing their finances properly, by taking that all off government, and ultimately the government gets that from taxpayers. So your ass and my ass is paying for all this crap. It is completely unacceptable, and I apologize for my language. There should be a warning on this video, but you can see it really gets my grill. This does, it really does. At the same time, if the councils were to come out and just say, look, hey, we're putting all these bus lane cameras in, by the way, yeah, we're short on cash, we need to make as much as possible. Do you know what? I think people might appreciate that honesty. It wouldn't be ideal, but I think they'd appreciate that honesty. Same with the ultra low emission zone in London, where that's been expanded. Ultimately, if Sadiq Khan and Transport for London were just to say, look, hey, we're a bit broke here, yeah, you either paid way more council tax or, let me think, yeah, we're just going to put this ULEZ in for the fact that we need more cash and it's going to help us. Now, that would be a bit of a pill to swallow, but at least they're being honest. Yeah, again, people are doing this all under the guise of climate change and climate emergencies, and that is so disingenuous, it's unbelievable. So that is that article. Interesting stuff. Good if you're a driver, good news if you're a driver. I mean, I wouldn't trust the government as far as I could throw them personally. So let's not get too carried away or too excited. But again, we got to try and sort the wheat from the chaff, see things for what they are. And at the moment, it is just no bueno. And that's without the markets collapsing. But I'm sure that will happen in due course. As I mentioned at the start of the video, head down to Progressive Property in Peterborough, Friday the 20th to Sunday the 22nd of October. It's completely free to attend. The link for that is in the description below. And please also use the notification bell thingy to get notified when new video content comes out. Thank you very much and see you in the next video.